Good morning, Internet. Ako po si Manny Viloria ng trulyrichpinoy.com, and today we're going to talk about how a woman investing 3,000 pesos monthly in the stock market ended up with 22 million pesos. Okay. Dito po yan. Okay, so here are the details. A woman started investing 3,000 pesos monthly at the age of 30. By the time she reaches the age of 60, she'll have 22 million. So someone is asking, how did that happen? Let's assume the following. We're using Microsoft Excel. Interest per year is 12%. That's the usual stock market return that we are targeting. If you look at, if you listen to people like Chinky Tan, he'll say 12%. That's a more or less reasonable target. Although sometimes the stock market can perform at higher or lower than 12%. Okay, so monthly interest, we're computing the monthly interest since the payment is done monthly. Is 12% divided by 12. The annual interest divided by 12, and we get 1% per month. Monthly payment, this is 3,000. We will assume that this is made at the beginning of the month. Therefore, from the age 30 to 60, there are 360 months. Okay, so by the time she hits her 60th birthday, she has made 360 monthly payments. So how do we arrive at 22 million? Let's do it the long way first. Ito po. Let's build this, no? Let me erase these so you'll see how we build this table. At the start, she has 0 pesos. And then at the start of the month, she will invest 3,000. So I built here the formula plus, and then I pointed at this monthly payment. And then the interest is the sum of these two, whatever you have at the start and what was added at the start of the month, times the monthly interest, since we're dealing with a monthly payment. So 1% times 0 plus 3,000 or 3,000, we get an interest of 30 pesos for that month. So at the end of the first month, we have the sum of this plus this plus this, and that's 3,030 pesos. At the start of month 2, that's the same as the end of month 1. So we just put here plus, and then I pointed at the end value of the previous month. Add, we just put plus, and then the one up there. It'll be 3,000 every month from the age of 30 until the age of 60. Interest, it's the same formula, which is this plus this times the interest. I'll just copy this formula downwards. And then the end is the same as this formula, meaning this plus this plus this. Copy. So now this row is complete. We can easily copy it here in Excel for 360 months. And we find that at the end of the 360 months, we have here 10,589,741 pesos. Now you might be wondering, wala bang Excel formula? Yes, there is an Excel formula so that you don't have to build all of this the long way. And the shortcut or the formula is here. No, we are going to compute for FV, or the future value, which is used to compute the future value of an annuity. When you say annuity, you are making the same payment at the same time of the month or at regular periods of time. And the formula for the future value is equal sign FV. And then the I here is interest. In this case, since we're doing monthly payments, I would be the monthly interest. N would be the number of periods. In this case, it's 360. Minus A. A is the annuity, so negative 3,000. And then 0 means how much money do you have at the start. we'll put here 0 because we start with 0. And the type will be 1 if we assume that the payments, these 3,000 peso payments, are made at the start of the period. So the formula here will be equal sign FV, open parenthesis, then we point at the interest, comma, we point at the number of months, and then we type comma, and then we type the minus sign, and then we point at the monthly payment, or A, comma, then we type 0, comma, then we type 1, and then close parenthesis. And as you can see, ang bilis, no? The future value is 10,589,741.32 pesos, which matches what we have here at the end. 10,589,741.32. So the question is, how will she get 22 million? For her to reach 22 million, we'll need to adjust the interest rate. The interest rate in this case is most likely higher than 12%, because at 12%, the future value is only 10.6 million pesos. Meaning, if you start at the age of 30 and invest 3,000 pesos monthly in the stock market, and assuming that the average return is 12% per year, by the time you reach the age of 60, or by the time after you've made 360 payments, you will have 10.6 million. Okay, so how do we know what interest was used to reach 22? We'll click on this, and then we'll click on data, what if, and goal seek. And the goal is to set this cell to the value of 22 million by changing, I'm clicking here, the cell, well, this one, which contains the annual interest. Okay, so Excel is going to keep changing this value until this cell here shows 22 million. That's the purpose of the goal seek function. I click OK, then I click OK. So as we can see here, whoever told you that a woman who started investing 3,000 monthly at the age of 30 until the age of 60 said that she'll have 22 million is working on this assumption that the interest rate, or the return from the stock market, is 15.19%. And that's how these computations were arrived at. I hope you found this helpful. Until the next video tip, ako po si Manny Viloria ng trulyrichpinoy.com na nagsasabing, invest in yourself before others will invest in you. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay tayong lahat.